Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, a follow-up on that Prewar 999 that arrived. As you see, I've got it on the rail with its original consist and replaced the missing wheels on that 556 caboose. This is shot. However, I went through my junk box and I found a shell that is far from perfect, but obviously better than the one that's on there. So I can just throw that new shell on. I've got a new 556 caboose. Anyway, it has the railing and ladder, so I'll transfer that over. The gondola has one tab that's popped out of place right there, so I'll get that fixed. This thing is just beat up and rusted. So you can touch this up with an ink marker, a couple drops of motor oil, straighten out all the bent parts as you see, and this thing has been sitting in a box. That's how these things get folded over, sliding around in a box. Anyway, I've got it on the rail, did some basic lubrication to it, still have not done anything to the locomotive as far as tightening the wheel, anything else. The front crossbar is slightly bent, so you'll hear it ticking as one of the push rods is actually hitting the end of it right there. Anyway, I've got this on the rail. Let's turn on the power and take this around. Remember, this thing is 85 years old. This is an old locomotive, an old original set. Now that's running at about 30% power, as you see. I can't take it up to 50%. It runs much too fast. And as you see, this thing runs really well. Forward and reverse. You know, it is noisy, but then again, it's 85 years old. This is Marx Prewar. This is a 1935, 1938, something like that. So, as you see, it's far from perfect, but it's a running Marx Prewar 999 with 3 original cars, and it was $10. It cost more to ship it than it did to buy it. So anyway, as I always stress, don't overlook the junk. I've done nothing to this thing except some basic lubrication. Nothing else at all. Put a set of wheels on that caboose. You can run it like this for the rest of your life if you want to. You don't have to do anything else to it. It's running perfectly. Forward and reverse. 85 years old, and it was $10. It's really difficult to beat that. You know, that's why I always stress, don't overlook the junk. You can get into model trains on an absolute shoestring by doing things just like this. The odd part, of course, is why no one else bid on this. That car alone is worth what I paid for this entire set. So that is what turned everyone off. Everybody looked at that and thought, I don't want that. So they just bypassed the entire set when that is worth $10. This is in perfect running condition. It's old, yes, it's 85 years old. The thing is, it's running. Now you can quiet this down if you want to replace gears, but why spend $20 to fix a $10 locomotive? Anyway, as you see, it's running perfectly. Now the light bulb has been replaced. I'm going to put a new one in it anyway, something a bit brighter. Anyway, as you see, it runs in a few minutes. This could look more than acceptable. Touch up this paint with an ink marker and a couple of drops of motor oil. Same thing on the tender. This has one tab that's popped out of place. Get that fixed. This, of course, is beyond repair. Now, you can paint it and turn it into something else, but obviously the simple way to do this was just to go through the junk box, see what I had. And this is definitely better than this, and this is way far from perfect, but it's a runnable car. This, on the other hand, looks terrible, and I guarantee you this is why no one bid on this set. And the fact that the 999 has standard push rods. A lot of people are really put off by that. They think, wow, that's really strange. I've never seen one of these before. Marx built locomotives out of parts that they had. You know, that's why you'll find occasionally a double reduction motor in a 595. Anyway, this had no front truck. It has standard push rods on it. It has no rear truck. And yet it is completely original. There is no provision for a front truck on this motor. So a bit of touch-up and to swap out this shell. Got a decent pre-war set for $10. And as I said, it's really difficult to beat that by anyone's standards. The wheels would have cost $40 if I bought them by themselves. But as you see, it runs perfectly, forward and reverse. You know, it's old, it's original, and it was absolutely dirt cheap. $10, and plus you have the fun of actually restoring this thing. So anyway, I just want to do a quick video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.